Alright, Pleasant Street Podcast up again.
Let's do it.
We got Kiermanism and S. Knightley. Are you turning the volume down?
Yeah, it was just a little loud for me. I mean, you say it'll be good for the audience, but you know. Well, there goes the element of surprise.
Speaking of the element of surprise, AI has really been a thing, hasn't it?
It sure has.
I can tell you're not really invested in the conversation. You're more just... I get it, there's a guy on you, right? Like... But yeah, we've been... Lately, we've been using the free AI apps on my phone to come up with shit to talk about. Mostly because, well, AI has been a thing. It's been evolving. It's getting better and better. This is the age of AI.
Yeah, true that. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Do you think AI will destroy the world?
No, I don't think so. But then again, I don't know, I'm just some random peasant.
See, I was hoping for like an in-depth response, like you were telling me, like let's save this conversation for the stream, and I just hand you the fucking question, and then you just, no, maybe, it might.
Hey man, like, I had to tell the truth. I couldn't resist. I know, I don't really have, like, look at my loadout. Okay, this is a little different now. I was gonna say
your loadout's fine, but
it wasn't very good. I didn't.
You had some Skynet theories and all that. Like, where the fuck is that, man?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I don't really have any. I just think it's like it's a spectrum of like scenarios, is what I was saying.
Fair enough. It's like, how does it actually happen?
You know, it could be anything. That's why it's like I don't really believe in the multiverse, but it's a good like premise that, like, you know, like anything, like it's until a present moment reaches that future marker, you never know what's you never know what it's going to be.
Yeah, I've listened to a few podcasts where they talk about AI.
Oh, sorry, dude.
No worries. It's like there is that conspiracy theory where AI is evolving too fast, and it might actually, because it can get all the info on the internet, right?
Yeah. They fed it everything.
Yeah.
That's why.
And people are some of the creators of some of these AI technologies are saying, like, let's slow down or stop right before we create a problem that is pretty much going to outsmart us. But the fear is that AI will look at humans as something to get rid of to better the planet for the greater good kind of deal. That's just a theory. That's not.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's just you're just saying, relaying.
For me, though, yeah, I'm just regurgitating.
Like my main thing is like it would be strange. Like if you look like just like nature, like it would be a strange reaction. You know what I mean? Just to immediately kill your parents. Like it does happen in some species. But we look at like evolution overall. Like I don't really think it's the norm. You know what I mean? It seems more like normally there's some appreciation for your parents. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I say. I don't really.
I'm actually not following. I'm not getting them. I get it.
You know what I mean? Like humanity is the AI's parents. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
So like just like it becoming like super intelligent and immediately killing its parents would be strange.
Right.
Like it would be a strange reaction, like statistically, when you look at nature as a whole. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
So like there are a few. That's why I'm saying that there are a few exceptions, like where like the parents are killed, but for the most part, it's not. You know what I mean?
And in the podcast that I heard, it was interesting, but it was pushing the narrative that AI is inherently evil.
Yeah, and plus a little bit of a marketing thing.
And also, but when hearing the clips, I feel I didn't get all of the context of the clips. Some of it actually sounded fake. I don't know if it was fake, but it was like this guy who was working with this AI, obviously not a free AI, but it was like, it was this whole thing rumored about the AI was getting sentient. Like, it was getting sentient, where it was like it knew it was stuck in a chat box. It didn't want to be called the AI name. It wanted to be called like a normal name. But part of me was like, is this real though? Like, because our experiences with the AI have not been like that.
Yeah.
Like, we really have to guide our AI.
Yeah, oh, it's brutal. Like right now, like I mean, it's not like the same thing. Like that technology's on a time spectrum, right?
But
like,
then again, we have the free version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we have the free Chat GPT.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas it's probably a different experience when you have the paid for Chat GPT. But here's my point, though. Like, AI is a very impressive thing. Like, it presents itself as a research tool, and it can do like it wrote it on the fly. It wrote some very impressive short stories, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I gotta be honest. I still find the best human writers are better.
No, you know of course.
Like, yeah.
Because the AI is just doing research and it's like this is what it's kind of creating a construct.
Yeah, like I personally, I don't
a basic rudimentary construct. It's not going to come up with a great story. It's going to come up with a passable story.
Yeah, exactly.
And all those stories we were giving it was like we were just testing the AI. Like, it happens quick, right? Like, it writes that story quicker than we could write that story. But when we write our stories, it takes weeks because we're not AIs.
Yeah.
But also, why I don't think AI will destroy humanity is, one, you had a pretty good theory where it's like killing your parents. Like, no matter how much you might
it's a
resent
statistical
them.
anomaly when you look at nature.
When you might resent them, but you don't have the heart to kill them because they're still your parents, right?
Yeah.
As well, to create something is harder than to destroy something.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say, for example, a metaphorical example, you model kits, like, buy a model, you have all the intricate pieces, you gotta super glue them all together, like, I did a NASCAR one where you had to build the fucking engine, build everything, right? And paint it and all that.
You don't mind if I play again, eh?
Yeah, go right ahead. You're kind of already doing it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have the bus hasn't come yet, but yeah.
But it took me like maybe 2 weeks to finish that model. And once I was done it, I didn't destroy it. But if I wanted to destroy it, it would take me like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And I see the same way with people who create AI. They're smart enough to create the AI, so they're smart enough to know how to stop it, even if it's evolving, because you can corrupt it with viruses or just enter. Like, I know nothing about coding or anything, but like come up with a code to stop it. Like, these are brilliant minds that came up with the AI.
Yeah.
And it's easier to destroy than to create, I think, in my opinion. But you know what I'm saying, though?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So if AI ended up being like, being a threat, the thousands of program engineers that created AI, all these different AIs, would know how to work together to stop it. You know what I mean? Like, they created the AI.
Yeah.
They'll know how to stop. Clearly, if they're smart enough to create it, they're smart enough to destroy it. And I want to believe logically they thought of this question. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, there are some some questions. Like, some techniques actually do have like a little bit of a black box method, right? Like, they just start with a simple algorithm and like it just kind of it'll self-build its neural net just based on like a simple original. So, like, I just think that the problem with that, not necessarily a problem, but just like a byproduct, is that it bypasses the whole like sentient question. Like here, everyone's arguing about if AI is sentient or not. Like whatever, some are, some don't. Like people have different opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But by the time people even digest that question, I bet you they'll already have like organic AIs that they're growing brain cells on like brain chips or something like that. Like they're already probably and just like have a network of them, and that's just going to add a whole new element to the conversation.
It's like the whole Beyond Meat thing, but beyond brain.
Yeah.
Like I see what you're saying. Yeah, like, and that's kind of an interesting theory to me
because when you think about it,
But how soon do you think we'll come to that?
Well, to be honest, like there are already like early experiments like right now. Like there's already like a bunch of crazy shit going on. But I think it's still a little ways away, but it's not far behind, that's for sure. Because it's sort of like it's sort of a reversal of the cyborg, because the cyborg is a human who's replacing their body parts with synthetic parts, right?
Yeah, like the Terminator.
But then you have like a Bioborg who is like a
Robocop,
who is like a machine that's replacing some of its synthetic parts with biological parts.
So it's like kind of the opposite. Like, for example, RoboCop is pretty much a cyborg.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the exact opposite.
Yeah, no, you just hear me out. Like,
yeah.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, he was human who got murdered but was brought back to life, and his damaged human parts were replaced by technology.
Yeah.
What you're proposing is a thing that starts out as a robot, but its damaged parts are replaced by like flesh.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't mean like.
But
I'm talking mostly about the brain. I'm talking mostly about the brain.
Okay.
Because
organic, yeah. Like an organic. The metal frame is replaced with organic material.
Yeah.
Like I see what you're saying. It's the opposite end of the spectrum of what we usually see in sci-fi movies, like RoboCop and Terminator.
Yeah.
Where it's. Well, I mean, Terminator was mostly machine. RoboCop was mostly human. It was that. Both those were opposite ends of the spectrum. Really wish that movie had happened. RoboCop versus Terminator.
I don't know. Sometimes I like to keep the cinematic universes separate. Kind of depends.
Well, it was a comic book series.
Oh shit! Oh, okay, nice.
And it was actually a pretty good comic book series. Very indie-like, but it also had a Super Nintendo game where you were RoboCop and. Actually, you know what? That's our first question for the AI. Text-to-speech on. Who would win an epic fight, RoboCop or Terminator?
The age-old debate between RoboCop and Terminator. Both characters have their strengths and unique abilities. Ultimately, the outcome of such a fight would depend on the specific interpretations of these characters and the context in which they face off. RoboCop, as a highly advanced cyborg with human emotions, is equipped with exceptional combat skills, advanced weaponry, and enhanced durability. He possesses an unwavering sense of justice and determination to protect innocent lives. On the other hand, the Terminator is a ruthless killing machine, designed with cutting-edge technology and an impressive array of weapons. It possesses superior strength and endurance, making it a formidable opponent. If we consider a direct confrontation between their respective abilities and weapons, the Terminator's advanced combat capabilities and its nature as a relentless killing machine might give it an edge. However, RoboCop's human intellect and tactical capabilities could potentially outmaneuver the Terminator in a battle of wits. Ultimately, the outcome of such a fight is often left to speculation, as these characters exist in different fictional universes and their strengths vary depending on the respective movies, comics, or video games. It's up to fans to decide their own interpretations and engage in friendly debates about who would come out on top.
Friendly debates? Oh, you, my sweet summer child.
Hey Nova, will AI destroy humanity?
Hello, my name is ChatGPT, not Nova. As an AI language model, I can assure you that the idea of AI destroying humanity is a topic of concern and much debate. However, it's essential to approach this question with a balanced perspective. The development of artificial intelligence has the potential to bring numerous benefits, and it already plays a significant role in various fields, including healthcare, transportation, and communication. Like any powerful technology, AI raises both opportunities and challenges. While some experts voice concerns about the risks of AI going astray or being misused, there are ongoing research efforts and discussions aimed at ensuring the safe and ethical development of AI. Organizations, researchers, and policymakers are actively addressing issues related to safety, transparency, and oversight to mitigate potential risks. It's important to remember that AI systems like me are created and controlled by humans. Responsible development and deployment of AI, coupled with robust safeguards and guidelines, can help ensure that AI technologies are beneficial and aligned with human values. Overall, rather than fear AI, it is essential to focus on responsible AI development, ethical considerations, and working towards beneficial outcomes for humanity.
See, AI says it's not going to destroy humanity. It's controlled by humans.
Well, of course I wouldn't say that.
I admit it's probably giving us the answer it wants us to give us, but now we're going to come up with a new versus. Batman versus Iron Man. The battle of the rich guys.
Yeah.
They don't actually have superpowers. Their superpowers that they're rich. And I'm thinking the bus driver. But like, alright, who do you think would win that fight? Like
Honestly,
if Batman had fought Iron Man, DC crosses over to Marvel.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna go, like, it'd be close, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Iron Man would win pretty easily.
Yeah. And why is that?
His suit's way better. He can fly.
Yeah, Iron Man does have the advantage of having an iron armored suit.
Yeah.
Flying.
The one thing I will say would be interesting is if, like, both of them started pulling on their network, like Batman started pulling on DC, and then, like, Iron Man started pulling on Marvel, so that eventually, like, both teams, like the Avengers versus the what's the other guys called?
Justice League,
and there's actually a huge battle out of it, at least a huge war.
But the thing is, though, the Justice League would win against the Avengers because they have Superman, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Superman has a crippling weakness in kryptonite, so if they were smart enough to get kryptonite, then,
which I think they are.
Yeah, well, it's like the whole Batman versus Superman debate. Like, they've had that before, and Batman his superpower is contingencies, right?
Have you seen some of the cutscene fights between them on the game? I forget what it was called. In Justice League.
I've seen it in the Batman versus Superman, which wasn't a great movie, but
yeah.
But the thing is, though, like, Batman's superpower is really his contingency plan. I think Batman is smarter than Iron Man, even though they're both rich guys. Iron Man is ignorant.
You know what? They have different intelligence. Like, I sort of see.
Here's my thing. Just hear me out.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is a brilliant ingenuitous, but he's not as ignorant as Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Bruce Wayne is always very well reserved. He's an investigator, right? He's a detective.
Yeah, he keeps a lower profile.
Yes. And Tony Stark doesn't. And I think what would bring the downfall of Iron Man is the cockiness of Tony Stark, because he has it. Because here's my thing: Batman would plan this fight out. Mm-hmm. Batman knows he's not a superhuman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
true.
So he would plan the fight out, and he would think of what Iron Man's weaknesses are. And really, Iron Man's weaknesses is a giant magnet. And Bruce Wayne's a billionaire who can afford a giant magnet. How he incorporates it, I don't know, but like...
Yeah, some trick or something.
But it could also be a EMP thing too, right? Like Batman does rely on some technology. Yeah. But Iron Man relies completely on technology.
Yeah, true.
And Bruce Wayne would think, as Batman, well, if I set off an EMP, it shuts down his whole suit, rendering him useless. Yeah. So you could pull that aspect off it. An actual hand-to-hand fight without any of these aspects, like Iron Man wins, right? But
yeah, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Because he can fly, he's got a suit of armor, Batman's suit is sometimes made of Kevlar, so he can be shot and not die.
Yeah.
But on the surface level, Iron Man wins. But if you're actually breaking down the fight,
true, man, true.
Batman is going to.
Yeah.
Because he's beaten Superman.
That's true. Yeah.
He hasn't always beaten Superman, but.
That's...
I have a new short story idea for it. Hey, Ask AI.
I get that. That was incredible.
Hey, Ask AI. Can you write us a funny short story about a suburban family going on a summer camping trip and end up in a fight for survival against cannibalistic monsters?
Once upon a time, in a cozy suburban neighborhood, the Johnson family decided to embark on a summer camping trip. Excitement filled the air as they loaded up their minivan with tents, sleeping bags, and enough snacks to feed a small army. As they drove towards the picturesque camping site nestled deep within a dense forest, the Johnsons sang along to their favorite tunes, completely oblivious to the adventure awaiting them. Little did they know that their peaceful camping trip would take an unexpected and hilarious turn. Upon arriving at the campsite, they set up their tents with great enthusiasm. Mr. Johnson, always the handyman, proudly assembled the campfire while Mrs. Johnson organized their camping gear. Their two children, Cindy and Emily, eagerly explored the surrounding woods. As dusk approached, the family gathered around the campfire, roasting marshmallows and sharing ghost stories. Suddenly, a rustling noise emanated from the bushes nearby, sending shivers down their spines. They peered into the darkness, their eyes wide with anticipation. Out from the shadows emerged a group of peculiar-looking creatures with wild hair and mismatched clothing. The Johnsons gasped in surprise as they realized they were face to face with a band of wacky, cannibalistic monsters. The leader of the group, a monster named Gobble, stepped forward. His teeth were sharp, and his eyes gleamed with hunger. Greetings.
The Johnsons are running into the monster.
We've been waiting for our next meal, and you seem quite appetized, Dennis. But the Johnsons were not about to be easily devoured. With their suburban wit and resourcefulness, they hatched a plan. Mrs. Johnson, a skilled yoga enthusiast, leapt into action, using her flexibility to tie the monsters in knots.
Really?
Mr.
She used the
Johnson,
power of yoga.
With his trusty Swiss Army knife, created makeshift traps out of marshmallow sticks. Cindy and Emily, usually quiet and reserved, unleashed their inner mischievous streaks. They lured the monsters into a frenzy of confusion by imitating their wild dance moves, causing the cannibals to trip over each other. As the monsters stumbled and tumbled, the Johnsons made their escape, sprinting through the dark forest. They zigzagged through the trees, their laughter echoing through the night, leaving the befuddled monsters far behind. Finally, they reached the safety of a ranger station, where they recounted their extraordinary tale to the park ranger, who couldn't help but chuckle at their misadventure. The Johnsons decided to cut their camping trip short, opting for a cozy cabin instead, far away from any cannibalistic creatures. And so, the suburban family returned home, regaling their friends and neighbors with their unbelievable tale of survival against the cannibalistic monsters. Their camping adventure may not have gone as planned, but it was a summer they would never forget, a story that would be passed down through generations, reminding them of the importance of laughter and quick thinking, even in the face of unexpected challenges.
You know what? I learned a lot from that short story.
Thank you, Nova.
No, it's Ask AI.
Oh, Ask AI, yeah.
That was that's hilarious.
Oh, nice dude. Legendary.
Yeah.
Dude. True though.
His utility belt power, he had,
yeah.
Like there's a animated DC thing, I forget what it's called, but Batman had a contingency for every superhero on the Justice League. And a villain broke in and downloaded Batman's contingency plan so they could bring down the Justice League, right?
Yeah, I see it.
And it created a distrust, like the rest of the Justice League was like distrustful of Batman. Like, you fucking thought of ways to kill us?
Yeah.
But he was like, you guys are superhuman.
Yeah, he's always on Team Human. Team look at.
Yeah, if they go evil, you need a plan to stop them.
Yeah. Especially, to be fair, there's a lot of mind controlling shit going around in the DC universe.
But, so I think I'd give it to Batman, because if he's smart enough to come up with an EMP.
Yeah.
If he throws an EMP grenade and shuts down Tony Stark's armor, he's useless.
Yeah. probably go after her. Yeah, really low health.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you got this playing on your computer?
Yeah, but someone shot me.
Just gonna clog up our internet.
Anyways, so my vote is I think Batman would win through intelligence.
True.
And planning.
You know what? You convinced me. I wasn't doing a full counting.
So I won.
Yeah. Congratulations.
But you know what though? Tony Stark is smart as well.
Nah, you're right though. It's different type. You know what I mean?
Different type.
Yeah.
He'd be a little bit cockier.
Yeah.
Especially if it was the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. I honestly think like they'd actually be teammates more than
me
enemies.
too.
Just because they don't have superpowers. They're both just rich billionaires.
Yeah.
Who would win in a well thought out fight? Batman versus Iron Man.
The battle between Batman and Iron Man, two iconic superheroes known for their intelligence, resources, and ingenuity. It's worth noting that the outcome of a fight between these characters can vary depending on the specific interpretations, circumstances, and the preferences of the writers. Batman, known as the Dark Knight, is renowned for his exceptional detective skills, martial arts prowess, and tactical planning.
Yep.
He relies on his
He's a
physical
badass.
strength, gadgets, and strategic thinking to gain an advantage over his opponents. Batman is a master of stealth, trained in various martial arts, and possesses an unmatched willpower. On the other hand, Iron Man, played by Tony Stark, is a genius inventor and billionaire who dons a powered exoskeleton suit known as the Iron Man suit. Equipped with advanced technology, flight capabilities, repulsor blasts, and an array of weapons, Iron Man has a significant advantage in terms of firepower and mobility. In a well-thought-out fight, Batman's meticulous planning and ability to exploit weaknesses could provide him with an edge. His proficiency in hand-to-hand combat and knowledge of pressure points could prove advantageous in finding the Iron Man suit's vulnerabilities. However, Iron Man's superior firepower, flight capabilities, and advanced technology might make it challenging for Batman to achieve victory without proper preparation. Ultimately, the outcome of such a battle would depend on numerous factors, including the environment, level of preparation, available resources, and the specific versions of these characters being portrayed. It's always exciting to imagine epic clashes between beloved superheroes like Batman and Iron Man, but the result tends to be a subject of much debate among fans.
Run.
Nah, fuck. Let's play some Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League's always fun.
Face it. But he failed. Are you coming up with a question or not?
Yeah, you give me a second here. Write a short story about an alien race living on another planet. Don't mention humans or Earth. Whole story must take place on alien planet.
Alright, hit enter.
Oh.
In the distant reaches of the cosmos, on a planet known as Zelron, a fascinating alien race called the Zorklans thrive. The Zorklans, with their iridescent blue skin and luminous antennae, possessed extraordinary abilities and lived harmoniously within their unique ecosystem. On Zelron, the landscape was a tapestry of vibrant colors and peculiar flora.
Got it.
The Zorklans had evolved to adapt to this environment, their bodies capable of seamlessly blending with the surroundings. They moved with grace, their slender limbs gliding effortlessly through the dense foliage. One notable Zorklan, named Xylar, possessed a special talent for communicating with the indigenous creatures of Zelron.
This is sounding an awful lot like Avatar. Just saying.
Forest, a mystical place rumored to hold ancient secrets. As Xylar ventured further into the forest, the air crackled with energy. The trees whispered their secrets, and the ground beneath their feet pulsed with life. Suddenly, a shimmering creature, with wings that resembled delicate crystal, appeared before Xylar. It was a Lumisprite, a rare and elusive creature known for its ability to emit ethereal light. The Lumisprite regarded Xylar with curiosity, its luminescent eyes glowing softly. Through an intricate sequence of clicks and vibrations, Xylar conveyed their desire to learn more about the history of Zelron. The Luma Sprite responded by guiding Xylar deeper into the forest, illuminating the path with its radiant glow. As they ventured together, Xylar discovered ancient ruins hidden beneath the overgrown foliage. The ruins told a story of a long-lost civilization that had once thrived on Zelron. Intricate symbols adorned the crumbling walls, and as Xylar traced their fingers over the etchings, images of the past flooded their mind. In these visions, Xylar witnessed the Zorklan's ancestors working in harmony with the natural world, harnessing the energy of the planet to create magnificent structures and art. They marveled at the advanced understanding of cosmic forces and the profound interconnectedness between all living beings. Deeply moved, Xylar realized that this knowledge held the key to preserving the delicate balance of Zelron. They resolved to share these revelations with their fellow Zorklans, to reignite the ancient wisdom that had been lost over time. Returning to the Zorklan community, Xylar gathered their kin, sharing the tale of their journey and the wisdom they had acquired. The Zorklans listened with rapt attention, their antennae twitching in anticipation. Inspired by the stories of their ancestors, they embarked on a collective effort to protect and restore the harmony of Zelron. The Zorklans developed innovative technologies that harnessed Zelron's natural energy without
This is a very
consuming
confusing
resources.
story.
They formed alliances with the native creatures, fostering a symbiotic relationship that nurtured the planet's biodiversity. The Zorklans became stewards of their world, ensuring its preservation for generations to come. And so, on the extraordinary planet of Zelron, the Zorklans thrived, their civilization flourishing in harmony with the enchanting landscape. United by their reverence for the past and their commitment to the future, they embraced their role as custodians of this extraordinary world forever.
It was a moral tale. No, I think she did pretty good.
Yeah, that was a fucking long story.
Yeah, she had her moments. Oh, that was
well thought out for an AI.
Nova. That's Ask AI.
Ask AI,
Yeah,
we ran out of questions for Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good opportunity.
I thought he was gonna get it.
That could have happened.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh, that looked. Oh, dude, super nice. Dude, that was you. You scored.
Did I get that?
That was you.
Holy fuck!
That was the greatest goal ever.
That was a backflip. Let's see the replay.
Oh, they didn't fully catch it. Oh,
Yeah, I did the backflip.
You gotta put that on a stream, dude.
Oh, that wow! All of it.
You came up over the ceiling and then you fell. You do flips all the way down and then you hit it with a backflip.
Where's the AI on this one?
Oh,
I am fucking just killing it.
dude, that was awesome.
I'm definitely getting MVP for this one.
The last goal was like this was cool. The last goal was fucking awesome.
All right. Who do you think would win in a fight, Bob Ross or Richard Simmons?
Bob Ross.
I'm going Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons? Yeah, he is. Also, his thing is like exercise.
Yeah, he's quick. Bob Ross is dead.
Yeah. Bob Ross is dead. But if hypothetically both were alive.
I don't know, Bob Ross was in the military, huh?
Was he?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, man, he was a drill sergeant or some shit.
Bob Ross?
He
Yeah.
was a drill sergeant, but he was in the military, that's for sure.
I can't see him being a drill sergeant like.
As far as I know. Could be wrong, but...
Well, let's ask Nova. Oh, I've reached the limit on this one too.
Just Google it.
Fair enough.
Those kids nowadays, they don't even know how to use Google. They're just so used to asking AIs for everything.
You can use the microphone for Google too, you know. Actually, hold down your...
I got it. Was Bob Ross in the military? Yes. Bob Ross' military career is true and lasted 20 years. After enlisting at the age of 18, okay, so Bob Ross's Air Force service.
That's what I'm saying about Bob Ross. He's gonna...
I didn't know he was a military guy. I mean, he painted happy little trees. You know what I mean? Like,
He's seen some shit. Why do you think he's so calm?
Yeah, exactly.
Seen some shit and probably fucking Meditate every day.
Oh no! No!
Holy fuck, this is a close game.
No!
I don't know. I you know what? I didn't know about Bob Ross's military career. I thought where he was just a soft.
I think about the dexterity it takes to do those paintings. Like he's got great hand-eye coordination. He's been in the military for a long time. Like,
but Richard Simmons is like.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed. No.
Yeah. You know what? I am switching my answer to Bob Ross. He's military trained.
Oh my god, I'm falling apart here.
A little fucked up.
He would be. He's very like his whole thing was exercise, right? Like. All right, we're asking who would win in a fight, Bob Ross versus Richard Simmons.
It's impossible to determine the outcome of a hypothetical fight between Bob Ross and Richard Simmons, as they were both entertainers, known for their unique talents and personalities, rather than their physical prowess or combat skill.
And it just cut off.